Alrighty guys, welcome to the very first Phoenix Quest, the card game, how to play video or some instructions on the game itself. So basically the way that this game works is you have a deck of cards, right? Your deck of cards has to have a maximum of 50 cards. So it'll consist of 3 playable monster cards. Okay, so in this first deck I've got these 3 cards as playable monster cards, right? Each playable monster card has its own information on the card itself. So this is what it's going to look like, the card itself. It might be a little hard to read, but basically it's going to have the name of the monster, what rank it is. There's going to be 3 ranks total, 1 out of 3 stars. The HP or life it's got, the type of monster it is. So this is Bimono. He will be a creature type, or he's a creature type. And then it'll show the stats that the monster has in terms of strength, which is physical attack, intelligence, which is special attack or magic attack, resilience, which is physical defense, and then there's wisdom, which is special defense. After that, in the bottom, it'll have a little description on the monster itself. And then in the back, just like Pokemon, classic Pokemon style, it'll probably just say Phoenix Quest, something like that. So that's the basics of the card and the information it'll carry. Now, each playable card in your deck will have up to 3 specific abilities that it can use, okay? Special abilities. So they are consumable abilities. So you will have to have them in your hand and be able and use it as a consumable for Bimono or Bismono or Bimona in this case to be able to use those skills, right? So Beastmono, for example, has got this one, which is called the Drowsy Punch, which has a chance to put your opponent, whoever you choose it to be, to sleep. So if you could tell, it's got the hit chance up here. I don't know if you can see it or not, which is 6 out of 6. It's got the sleep accuracy, which is 3 out of 6. So the reason it's out of 6 is because this card game will be based off dice, right? So 6 out of 6 means no matter what, it's going to hit. It's a 6 out of 6 chance, right? If it says 3 out of 6, it has to land between 1 to 3, right, for it to hit. If it lands from 4 to 6, then it would not hit. So in this case, the attack hits. Let me clarify. The attack hits in this case, but it does not cause drowsy or sleep onto the target, if that makes sense. So that's how that works with abilities, with effects, right? Then it shows the damage. So the damage is the strength of the user. So Beastmono's strength is 12. All right. So that means that this skill, when you use it, does 12 strength, and then it has a chance again to put your target to sleep. Now, obviously these cards are very rough drafts, style. This is going to look way better, and it'll look, I'm going to draw them out on on an app and to make it look really pretty. I'm going to have a background behind the monsters. I'm going to have everything very readable, eligible, typed out. Everything's going to look really, really nice. This is, again, just a rough draft sort of thing, right? So right now, this is just to kind of explain how everything works for now. Okay, so we've explained that each card has their own skills. Up to 3 are allowed per monster, per playable card or monster. In one deck, like I said, there's only 50 cards max available. But in those 50 cards, 3 of them will be playable cards, right? 1, 2, 3. Now, if a monster, like in this case Bimona, has the ability to transform, in this case, into a Bimonarca, okay, which the evolution cards or the transformation cards will have stat increases. So whenever she evolves, she will get those stat increases. For example, she will get like plus 14 HP, you know, plus 5 strength, plus 5, whatever it is, right? Whatever her stat gains are. All of that information will be on the evolution card itself. But the transformation or evolution card, which I think I'm gonna end up calling it transformation instead of evolution, will act as a consumable card. Or not a consumable card, but it'll act like an item card. So it'll be part of your deck. So you need to basically make room for an evolution in your deck to, again, make it a total of 50 cards. So keep that in mind. Besides the skill cards and the playable cards in your deck, you will also have a basic attack, a physical attack card. I recommend having up to 10 of these per playable monster, but it also depends on if they are a physical attacker or if they are a magic attacker like Bimona, right? So in the starter deck that I will be, the starter deck will have enough of everything for each monster and to set up your own deck in a variety of ways. But basically, each monster will have it's recommended for them to have 10 basic attacks cards in the deck. Then there's also the magic attack, which is basically the special attack. This will scale off of intelligence. The magic attacks, basic attacks, will scale off intelligence, whereas the physical attacks will scale off of strength. So in this case specifically, I've got 20 total physical attack cards in this deck because Beast Mono and B Mono are physical attackers mostly. They don't even have any stats in intelligence. And then I have 10 magic attack cards for Bimona, right? So there's that. Okay, besides the basic attack, the skill cards, the transformation card, and the playable cards, you'll also have item cards. So these can vary from, they're mostly going to be healing items, like this one is a strong Sherba, which this information will be on the card later on. This heals plus 20 HP. There's the small Sherba, which is basically a small herb. I just made my own sort of definition for it. That'll be plus 10. And then there's a Phoenix Feather, which revives a party member of your choosing if you have this card in your hand. And then there's the Liquid Sherba item card, which is a plus 10 HP recovery for all your monsters. So pretty nice. Okay, in terms of we spoke about the basics of each deck, right? And what kind of cards you'll get with each one. So yeah, and then some monsters, for example, the B Mono and the Beast Mono, only have one particular skill that they can use. For now, eventually I'll probably come out with new skills. But so B Mono's, for example, is called the Dazzle Sting, which has a chance to blind or dazzle an opponent. So there's that. Bimona's is a little different because hers is, she's got the Sana skill card, which if she's a Bimona, it'll be Sana, the spell, the ability, which is a plus 15 HP recovery. If she is evolved into Bimonarca and she uses the same skill, it'll actually be the next rank up called Sanacol, which actually heals 30 HP. So there's a benefit to evolution cards. Or transformation cards. They're really good. And she also has another skill called Sanarana, which can heal the whole party plus 15. And if she's a Bimonarca, it'll be a plus 30. So yeah, the only trick to the ability cards or the skill cards is that you need to have them in your hand, and you know it counts as using a turn, right? So they are consumable cards or skills, and so they are, you know, you got to kind of be strategic as to when you should play them, or if you should play them, or wait until evolution, or blah blah blah. So yeah. So there's that. Besides these 3 cards, there'll also be other cards available, like Dimono is one that'll be also available. The Gobo, another card. The Fuegost and its transformation, Fuegordo, these cards as well. And then there's the Esquelomago, and then there's the Bumono, and then there's the Limono. So there's a lot more cards I'm you know in the works of doing, but for now I just wanted to kind of show you the basics of some of the monsters I actually drawn out, some of the cards I've drawn out, and then also kind of how the system works in terms of what types of cards there are in the game available for now. So this was a video where it's mostly explaining, you know, again, types of cards, and then some of the monsters or playable cards that you can get in the game. So if you like this video and this information, definitely like this video, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, stay tuned for more information on this project. I am hoping to get this out as soon as possible. I'll be officially drawing up the cards like professionally pretty soon, and I could eventually have all the I could start selling them pretty quickly. So just stay tuned for all that. But yeah, thank you.